and everybody else. What's cracking lacking? What's shaking bacon? What's everybody getting themselves into on this beautiful, beautiful Friday? Today is a beautiful day in Southern California. You know, nice weather today. Today was that good weather. That Cali sunshine underneath them palm trees. But what's everybody getting themselves into? What's the topic on today's subject? Since we like to bounce around, you know what I mean? From topic to topic. And if you're not aware, go check out my videos I just uploaded on my other channel. I did a Rowdy Rax versus Lefty, reaction. And, rollers were legit. What's good, Mr. Pasa? What's cracking like my boy? What's cracking? ¿Qué es la buena vida, carnal? What you getting yourself into, my boy? Nice day today, huh? It was kind of warm today. Well, I don't believe in God either, my boy. His take on it, but see, Stephen Hawking's is his overall thought process and imagination expanded like beyond the norm, right? Like his way of thinking and analyzing things sometimes would trip you out, right? On some of the stuff that he would say, right? Like somebody so intelligent, but the stuff that he would say was like so bizarre, right? Like, so like, are you being serious right now? But I guess is that way of thinking, that got him, his overall, great, career that he had. You know what I mean? I mean, these motherfuckers are intelligent as individuals. You know what I mean? Look, imagine this, bro. This is how crazy it is. I don't think people understand how crazy it is when we're talking about like how they knew that these planets existed and how they knew that black holes existed without even no proof, right? Right? Like they had no proof, like they couldn't see a black hole, right? So they had no idea that black holes existed, right? So they had no evidence of it, right? But they knew that it had to exist, right? They knew it had to exist because of the, like how gravity works, right? And how everything rotates because of the mass of certain objects, right? The mass of certain objects and the gravitational pull is what makes, planets orbit around, in our solar system, right? So in order for them to spin at the speed that they were spinning, right, at the planets that they were able to see, because they did have telescopes, so they were able to see some, right? And even before then, like in order, like people would wonder, like, how is it that our planet just doesn't just drift off or go into the sun or the moon? They knew that there had to be something there that had a gravitational mass in order to keep us in place, right? So they started looking, right? And with math, this is all done with math, bro, angles and velocity and all that crap, right? And they were able to tell that point your telescope, right here, because, if the math is right, then there has to be an object right here that has, so-and-so mass in order to keep, and that's how they started finding all these planets, because like I said, in order for everything to be in place and not just, fall apart, there had to be objects there that had, a gravitational pull and a gravitational mass, right? So just with that, bro, they knew that there was planets out there and they knew that black holes existed. Just with that, bro. Like how the fuck do you know something exists without no proof? Because it has to, because if not, this shit wouldn't be able to work. That's how they knew. People were like, nah, these fools are fucking full of shit. These fools are crazy. And they proved everybody wrong, bro. Because, in order for shit to work, bro, it has to be this way. If not, it breaks the laws of physics. And that's why, he didn't believe in God and stuff like that, right? Because it would just break all the laws of physics, right? Like everything that we know and how it works would just make no sense, right? At that point, it would just be like, if there's a magical being that has magical powers, you know what I mean? Then everything wouldn't make sense, bro. Like then all of this shit doesn't make any sense at all, bro. then you wouldn't be able to even solve things, or you wouldn't even be able to figure out stuff because it would literally make no sense. You know what? Most genius are disabled. Most genius suffer from some type of illness, bro. A lot of genius, believe it or not, had autism, bro. You know what I mean? A lot of geniuses had autism, bro. You know, um, yeah, bro. A lot of genius, suffer from, you know, some form of, not all of them, but a lot of them, like Asperger's syndrome and all of that, right? It's a trip. Like that, like let's say like the part of the brain that's there to help people build conversations or help recognize stuff, right, is missing from them, right? So that space doesn't just get left empty, right? Like it's just not an empty space where that's supposed to go, right? And instead it's like they traded that in for this, right? To be able to figure out stuff more easier than others, be able to learn and read and all that more than the others, right? It's like they traded that for this, right? You know, it's a trip, bro. That's why I tell people, bro, just because somebody's autism doesn't mean that they're stupid, bro. You would be stupid saying that. It's a neuron disorder, not a fucking, you know, like just because someone has that doesn't mean that they can't learn and that they're fucking retarded. Like, it's a neuron disorder, so it's just harder for them to learn. Like you have to find a way, for them to learn, right? Just because they learn different than others, right? But doesn't mean that they can't learn. I had it the other day. I saw a group of teenager kids walking to school, clowning around and saying being autistic means you're retarded. Change people. Yeah, but because movies, TV shows, and all, and see, that's what happens when you let up a lot of people that don't know what the fuck they're talking about, put their shit out there, right? Like a lot of people think that that's what it means. Just because they view somebody different than them, bro, then they automatically assume, yeah, this fool's a fucking fuck up. This fool's an idiot. You know what I mean? Like, this fool's, trash or whatever. When it's like, bro, why? Because he's different than you, bro. Like, just because someone's different than you doesn't mean that they're, slower or dumber or shit like that. Just because they do stuff differently than you, right? That's stupid. It's like people don't know, they want to say some stuff is unique and then they want to say some stuff is strange. Like, well, what makes the stuff strange and what makes it unique is the same fucking thing, right? It's different than what you're used to, right? So you're considering strange. But what is when something is unique? It's something that you're not used to seeing, right? And it's different than what you're normally used to. So therefore, is it strange or is it unique? Come on now, bro. Like, but people want to pick and choose where they throw shit, bro. Like whatever they'll consider, like, yeah, this is unique and that is just strange. Like, I told you, see, homie, right there, facts, bro. I'm telling you, I made a video on here talking about that, because I think that it's ignorant for people to say that shit. Like, oh, they're autistic, they're fucking stupid. Like, fuck this, like, you're a fucking idiot, bro. Like, you for saying that you're an idiot, bro. Like, bro, Tesla was autistic. So was Albert Einstein. You gonna tell me those fools were fucking retards? Get the hell out of here. Because they were, you know what I mean? You can tell by their dialogue if you ever read their work and stuff like that, and their life story, right? You can tell that they had trouble building friendships, right? They had trouble communicating with people and establishing relationships, but because they were autistic, right? Because when somebody's autistic, it's hard for them to recognize, like sarcasm. It's hard for them to recognize, what we use to in order to conversate with people, right? In order to interact and mingle amongst our peers, right? They suffer from they're not able to recognize none of that, right? So therefore it's harder for them to just establish relationships with people, right? But like I said, they traded in all that for being some people have photogenic memory. Some people are like great artists, great musicians, mathematician, math wizards, you know what I mean? And shit like that, bro. It's a trip, bro. It's pretty crazy. You know, because there's so many different types of, like, you know, mental disorders and mental illness that, you know, it's so, you know, ignorant for somebody to come and automatically say that this fool's retarded or some shit like that, right? And it's like, bro, you don't fucking know what's wrong with that person, bro. There's a million things that's on there, bro, and none of them will have to do with they're stupid because they can't learn. But people don't take the time to educate themselves, bro. So in ultra reality, they sound stupid when they talk. Yeah, facts. Case of autism. Said I was society. Nah, yeah, bro. I know what you mean, bro. You know what I mean? Um, did you see that the complete interview on No Jumper? No, I didn't, my boy. I don't watch No Jumper. I just don't. I don't fuck with Adam. You know what I mean? Like, I don't watch No Jumper at all. Like, the only way I'll see anything from No Jumper is if I'm watching somebody's channel and they're like taking clips of No Jumper and reacting to that video. That's the only time I ever see anything, or when people send them to my emails, like clips, right? But I don't go and watch No Jumper, bro. I don't fuck with Adam. You know what I mean? I don't. I don't. I don't fuck with people who have accusations like that on them. You know what I mean? Like, I think that shit is foul. Yeah, I know. I'm telling you, like, I understand when people, are autistic, right? Like, when people be like, "What the fuck's wrong with this person?" Like, bro, chill. Can't you see, that, he probably has, autism. Like, it's just that they're not. People take it a form of disrespect, but they're not looking. They're not being disrespectful. They're just not able to understand, comprehend, the scenario, right? It's not that they're trying to be rude to you or whatever, right? They're literally just trying to understand, right? Um, you know what I mean? It's kind of like if it's kind of like if an autism person, right, who's intelligent at whatever he likes to do, right? What because there's something that that they're have a high IQ in, right? Whatever it is now if they start telling these individuals about what they're into, right? These fools are gonna be like, what? And now it's gonna be hard for them to understand, right? So it's like, you see, now you know how he felt when you were trying to come at him like that. Now you're trying to figure out what he's saying. Like, what? Wait, can you repeat that? Like, wait, what? Now you're the one that's right there and it's like, bro, get it, Like, come on now. Like, we all have stuff that we don't know, right? We don't know everything in this planet, right? So, people explain it to us, bro. We got to be patient, and understand, They're just trying to understand. You just can't be so ignorant and just be like, But I don't know. It's crazy. But like I said, a lot of people don't take the time to educate themselves. So you know what I mean? But I can always tell, really. Yeah, you know what, bro? There's kids that have like autism, right? Who are like 10 years. You could look this up. As a matter of fact, there was a kid from India just recently, right? He graduated college. I think he graduated like one of these big ass universities, bro. I don't even know if it was Yale or Stanford or fucking, you know what I mean? But it was one of those, right? He graduated the college, bro. He was only like 12 years old, bro. And he has autism. He's a fucking full-blown genius, bro. A full-blown genius. Yeah, he may not have, friends, stuff like that. It's hard for him to interact, but the kid is a fucking genius, bro. And he has autism. So that's what I'm saying. When people, when people hear autism, bro, it's like, it's like, I'm telling you, bro, the uneducated people think the opposite, bro. That's retarded, you mean? Like, bro, that has nothing to do with none of that, bro. What the fuck? You know what I mean? They're just, it's a neuron disorder. So obviously they have a, difficult time of learning things, right? You need to find, in a way in order that they like to learn, right? And not only that, but, they tend to, like the texture of stuff bothers them, right? Loud noises, stuff like that, right? Or how something feels, right? They have difficult things with certain things, right? that it just overwhelms them, right? It just overwhelms, they get overwhelmed by it, right? But like I said, that doesn't mean because that's not attached to them being dumb or nothing like that, right? Do you have do you have homies who have kids that are autistic? Yeah, I have two homies. I don't know about the rest, right? Like I don't know about like the rest of them, right? But I know two for sure. Do. Shadow, when was the last time you got super faded and blacked out? New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve. No, wait, was it New Year's Eve or was it Christmas Eve? Or I think it was both, bro. Maybe it was both. It was probably both. All right, that's right. You worked early today. You think California is trying to push out all the poor people? I don't believe that they're trying to push out all the poor people, right? But I do feel like they're looking to remodel and upgrade shit. They're just looking to make money, right? I don't think that when they sit down there, right, and now think about how they're gonna fix up a city, right? What they're gonna put there and shit like that. I don't believe that they sit there and that they be like, okay, the number one plan here is that how do we get rid of all these poor people, right? Like they just sit down there and like, oh, we could put a business right here, we could put this right there, we could put that in there, because they're just thinking about ching 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 ching. You know what I mean? That they just start, upgrading shit, and then people just can't afford it to move out. But I don't feel like, in general that was their plan. I just felt like, they just wanted to fucking push shit there that they feel like is gonna get them some money, right? Because obviously they don't want to chase out people. At the same time, they want people to stick around and spend their money, right? But they don't think about all of that shit because, like I said, somebody who has money is not gonna think about like the struggle that other people like to them it's so easy how they could talk about shit, right? Because they don't know what it is to be in the struggle. They don't know how it is, to be down here, right? So they feel like everyone could afford the shit that they could afford, like them, like they could live life like them, Like, bro, you've been living up there so long that you forgot how it was down here. And to think that they still get, outraged that they have to pay, taxes. Like, bro, you're complaining. Your company's a multi-billion-dollar company, and you're worried about paying $1 million in taxes, bro. When your fucking company makes billions a year, get the fuck out of here. The audacity, you still want to complain. Like, if $1 million is really gonna affect you that much, you're gonna be crying about it. Like, these people don't even want to pay these workers. Like, if it wasn't for the workers, you wouldn't be at where you're at right now, bro. At least give them their fair share. But I'm telling you, bro, the more money they get, the least they want to spend, bro. There was a 10-year-old girl in Mexico. Autism. Yeah, bro. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of kids out there who graduated universities, bro. It's phenomenal. Who said I can't? His name is Can't Stop Clucking. Yeah, bro. That's how it is in the Valle, bro. One bedroom apartment, bro. It's about 2,100, bro. Like, oh, su madre. Serio, I'm not even bullshitting. Like, people be like, why are you in LA? How come you not stay in the Valle? Like, bro, I can't afford the Valle, my guy. Like, yeah, LA has more corruption and está más madreado. It's like more, it's like the ghetto, right? But I could afford the ghetto. I can't afford the luxury. Even though it's fucked up over there también, right? But these motherfuckers, it's fucked up, but they still want to charge you all this feria. Like, a la verga. You ever lived outside or like outside of California? No. I've always been. always have resided in the Valle and right now in Los Angeles, but never nowhere else, right? My barrio and my home. That's it. Never been, living anywhere else. I mean, I was homeless for a cool second, but homeless still in my neighborhood. Well, not really homeless, because I was staying in homies' pads, so I was hopping from pad to pad. And sometimes, I'll break into cars and sleep in the cars, and then wake up in the morning and take everything from the cars, go to the pawn shop, pawn it, get some money, wait outside 7-Eleven, ask somebody to buy me a pisto because I was that kid. I wasn't old enough. And yeah, sure, like that. We were pretty much doing that. Just break into some random car, sleep there, or try to sleep at least, right at the time. And yeah, I'm telling you, we were a fool, bro. We were a fool. Corrupt politicians are willing to pull scandals to put money in their pockets. Oh yeah, bro. Oh yeah, for sure. Some of them, that was their mission from the beginning, bro. That was their mission from the start. You know what I mean? Sad part is the people are the ones that put these motherfuckers in their seats, homie. That's because they don't educate themselves on the politics. Because I don't want to read up on that. That shit's boring. Yeah, but you'll read up on what fucking Kanye West had for breakfast? No mames. That's crazy. You're worried about where Kim Kardashian went to go take a shit, but you're not willing to actually go and educate yourself on something that's actually gonna fucking affect where you live, right? Like, it's important to go to your the city council meetings that they have for your city, right? Because those bills are gonna affect the tax prices in the city you live in, bro. Like how you getting taxed with water and gas and all the areas that you shop in, supermarket, whatever. The tax, is gonna be higher. That's why when you go, like, let's say you go to a McDonald's or a Jack in the Box, to a different city is cheaper than in your city, right? City tax, bro. But you don't want to go to those meetings, bro, and actually vote. It's gonna affect you, bro, because you're paying rent in that city, bro. So all that shit's gonna affect you. Thinking like, that shit is not important. Like, why do I care about that? Why do you care about that? Because you live in that city, bro. So you don't care about spending more in the city you live in? About them charging you higher in water and all that? No mames. Now you don't be getting robbed, bro, by these motherfuckers. I hate how California take a bunch of money off people's income tax. Yeah, bro. A lot of taxes in general, bro. They take so much feria out of your paychecks. It's crazy. They take about 300, 400 out of your paycheck, bro. Each paycheck. It's crazy, bro. ¿Para qué? You know what I mean? Because, the cities ain't getting fixed. The education's not getting fixed. Everything still looks the fucking same. The only thing that I see change, bro, is the kind of car that these, senators and fucking councilmen's drive, bro. They went from a Kia to a Range Rover. I don't know, bro. They just... I must be missing something. No, I'm not even being sarcastic, right? Like, there's like, when they picking it outside, some of these people's homes, right? It's like, how the fuck are you able to afford a home like that? Like, what do you do, bro? Am I missing something? One thing, gangbanging anywhere is gonna be difficult, But yeah, here it's a little bit more, difficult, obviously, because the amount that there is, right? There's more, and with more, the chances of shit going south is a lot faster, right? A lot greater, right? But it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like in all true reality, bro, these individuals don't think about that. Like when people be like, what is their overall thought process or mind process when they're in the streets? They don't think about none of that, bro. They could care less about none of that. All that shit is irrelevant. Like you get small, you go to jail. Who gives a fuck? Because you gotta understand, they're already, when they're out in the streets, they're out there in the streets for a reason. They already in the point of their life with, I don't give a fuck what happens to me. You know, facts. You know, who cares? Like you get shot, you go to jail. Who gives a fuck? That's their mentality. That's their overall, way of thinking. That's the reason why they're out there, bro. Because they feel like they got nothing else, bro. Like, who gives a fuck what happens to me out here? I'm telling you, when people be like, these kids come from a loving home, they have a loving home. Bro, we're talking about 14, 15, 13, 12, 16, 17-year-olds that are out there knowing that they could potentially die and all of that. And they're willing to take that risk and they don't care. That's why they're out there. They know that they can get killed, but they're willing to be out there. Now, if you're coming from a loving home and you have everything lovely, you wouldn't have that mentality like that. Like that, a mentality of a kid that doesn't care whether he lives or dies is not a mentality of a kid that's coming from a loving home, bro. Because that motherfucker doesn't care whether he lives or dies. You're telling me that somebody that everything at his house right now is going good? Then why the fuck does he not care whether he lives or dies then? Kids don't just, feel like that just because they feel like that. There's a reason why. There's a reason for everything in this world. People just don't do and say things for absolutely no reason. I know people out there, they say it, but that's not true, bro. There's a reason for everything, bro. People say things and do things for a reason. It's never done for absolutely no reason. Facts. You know what I mean? Because that's just not how the world is just not programmed like that. Everything happens for a reason, bro. People just don't do things just because. Studying psychology and, you would understand that, right? Human behavior, you understand that even the most lunatic individuals out there, right? Whose murders make absolutely no sense, right? To the norm, right? Understand that even though they just, say that they pick at random and everything is just done like fuck it, it's not true, bro. They have always came to the conclusion that everything was always done for a reason. Even when these individuals are not even aware that there was a reason. You know what I mean? Because obviously they wanted to shut all of that shit out, bro. Because they didn't want to, confront the problem that was bugging them this whole entire time. They don't want to face that's that very same problem that they've been running away from that led them to this fucking destruction. So obviously they're not gonna want to, admit to that and shit like that. But bro, you can tell because it always ticks. It always, it triggers them. You know what I mean? And it doesn't trigger people for absolutely no reason. That's how you know why shit was done and why they do things the way they do it. Because, like I said, people just don't do shit for absolutely no reason. Even when people say stuff, you should pay attention to what people say because people say shit for a certain reason. What we use as examples and how we piece shit together is not just done at random. Even though people would like to believe that it's done at random, it's not done at random. Your brain knows what it's doing, that you're just not even aware of. Like even people that get blown away, right? When people are able to figure out their passwords, even though they chose the most random shit that they could think of as their passwords, right? That they thought that they were that slick, but in all true reality, they were able still to figure it out because it's not so random as people think that they are. Like people are not so random like they think they are, right? Like I said, there's a form for what people say always, bro. There's a blueprint to everything. You just gotta find what it is. I get homies all the time, they come and tell me, I had my jefa, bro. That's not why, I was in the streets and why I joined my barrio. And then I get talking to them, right? And I, start asking them questions about their adolescence, right? And then, excuse me. And then it always we start pinpointing shit, right? And they start figuring out like, you know, certain things about themselves, and they're just like, ah man, you know what, Silence Kid, hey, I gotta go, bro. And it's like, why, bro? We're making progress. But reality hits, bro. Reality hits, you know. And a lot of people, whenever they start realizing, you know, their shit, bro, they want to stop the conversation there. Like they're like, nah, you know what? Fuck, you're retarded, bro. Like you're dumb. You know, once they start snapping, it's because you were already close. And they knew that. They realized, that's when they had realized it in that moment, and they were just like, you know what? Fuck this, I'm done. Yeah. Yeah, shit gets real. You know, but if they were to own, you know, just to like, you know, face their problems, they would feel a lot better about themselves. But like I said, some people rather live with lies than to face the truths, you know. But people should never fear the truth. They should never be scared of the truth, you know. The truth is only going to make you greater, you know. While the lie is just going to, you know, keep, you know, deteriorating you. You know, you're never going to, you know, you're never going to better yourself, you know, surrounded with lies. You truly will never be at peace with lies. Those what ifs are always going to be there, right? Those doubts. That's why people that, you know, suffer from narcissism and shit like that, bro, they never die happy. They can be rich and all that shit, but they will truly never die happy, bro. They truly will die knowing that the world doesn't respect them, and that everybody's, you know, they were just a burden to, you know, everyone that they ever came across. You know? If a rich person tried to pay me, bro, I will slap the shit out of him. I get very offended when people try to offer like money just for me to like go with the lies or shit like that, because it has happened before on YouTube, believe it or not. Having individuals had tried to pay me to stamp their stories, and I was just like, what kind of fucking weird shit is this, bro? I'm like, nah. And don't ever fucking, you know, come at me like that. You know what I mean? Like, don't do that. Like people that, you know, it's crazy. Like these individuals really thought like, you know, that, you know, like, do you really think my morals have a price tag on it? Like, that's crazy. Like money's, you know, like that's just crazy though. But it's crazy what people are willing to do to get money. Put it like this, for example, if I was to achieve and grab all this money, bro, but like I wouldn't even know what to do with it, first of all. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing out there that I'm looking to fucking seek and chase. Like people are dying to have a Rolex. Why? I don't know. People are dying to have these chains. Why? I don't know. Like they're gonna get the chains, right? They buy the chains, they put it on. Now what happens? Like a few pictures, they get some likes on Instagram. But what truly changes though now? Like like now that you have these objects, like what has changed? Like did your relationship with your family get better, or your girl, or you know, did avenues start opening up now? Like what exactly changed though? Nothing, right? I'm still able to tell time, you're still able to tell time. I mean, nothing has changed, bro. So like this illusion of this chase for these materialistic things is like I don't understand. I don't understand, you know, everybody's, you know, fascination with this life of luxury. Like it's crazy where what people think that, you know, where happiness lies at. Hey, but it is what it is though, you know. It seems that people, what they think happiness truly is, it seems that they have their morals in the wrong place, right? But they'll learn one day, eventually. But ladies and gentlemen, my time is up. We out. Gotta get back to it.